Here you go! Hyper Aloha!
X-Men versus Street Fighter!
There is no room for the worst, Joe. No room at all.
I got something for you. You like this?
Oh, I like, yes.
You like this, Jay. I got 3 questions for you, Steve.
Okay.
Question 1. What do you breathe?
Oxygen?
Nah.
Well, air.
21%.
Well, let's not over fucking think this.
Air. Yeah.
Air.
Okay. What do you have in your head?
Brain.
on the top of your head, you have brain.
Sorry, you said in your head. Hair.
And where would a supervillain have meetings and plot and scheme?
A lair.
Right, say those 3 words all together quickly.
Air, hair, lair.
Air, hair, lair.
Hello and welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast. This is your host, your boy Jay Hunter, joined as ever by Mr. Ozzy.
They do.
And V1.
Alright.
As we chronologically critique movies scene by scene. What's this? A Brucey bonus review? Yeah! This video is entirely funded by the lovely bras and bras at NoggerU University. Thanks to you guys, we can now get something out roughly once a month. Rock and roll. If you want to help us get more episodes out faster and watch some sweet exclusive videos, head to noggeru.oswreview.com. So, how did this come about? Well, we reviewed Samurai Cop, and then The Room, and there being a sequel being Samurai Cop versus The Room. How could we not? So let's start the show. Cast your minds back to June 2014. The WWE Network was only 4 months old. The Shield were battling Evolution with your boy Blue Tista.
Blue Tista.
Captain America 2 had just come out. And our latest review was ECW One Night Stand. Thanks to Samurai Cop becoming a cult classic, Cineridge were developing a sequel. Mark Fraser, aka Detective Frank Washington, was going to be the star of the film, helped by Joe's daughter to track down his killer. This referenced the passing of the actor Matthew Caritas. But however, a few weeks later, Matt popped up on YouTube saying, "I'm not dead," and check out my kitchen cabinets. The rumour started as another guy of the same name had died. So they rewrote the script to focus on Samurai Cop instead, getting Matthew Caritas on board and featuring a ton of cameos from the original cast. Weeks later, they launched a Kickstarter, raised $62,000 and were in business. Directed, written, edited and produced by the MVP Gregory Hatanak, premiering October the following year, and the Blu-ray sent to us by awesome bra Marcus. Samurai Cop 2 Deadly Vengeance. Let's do it to it. Act 1. Kick off. It's 1991. No, it isn't. Haggard 2016 Joe plays 25 years younger Joe to pick up where we left off. Samurai Cop Joe Marshall is given 5 weeks R&R for a job well done after the first film. As himself and girlfriend Jennifer make plans, she is gunned down point blank by a teenager. I was thinking, like, if her big fake tits were bigger, she would have survived the gun attack.
It was fucking hilarious. It was like, no. Amazing.
During the opening credits, they're obviously showing clips from Samurai Cop. You know, one of the clips they use is Joe's wig coming off.
Is it?
Yeah, like clearly they're going full tongue-in-cheek here. It's a parody of itself.
The Black Gift.
It's not as much fun when the film itself is in on the joke of let's make fun of the film.
Yeah.
Like, it's better that you legitimately try and fail, and then we'll have a laugh about that, you know? He spirals into reclusiveness for the next 25 years. Fast forward to 2016. His old partner, Detective Frank Washington, is still on the force, still gurning into the camera, struggling with the gang violence overrunning the city.
So yeah, the opening scene, it's Lexi Bell. She was actually the only porn star that I actually recognized out of everyone.
I do porn, and unfortunately, I don't know how to kick ass yet.
Pretty much every hot bird in it is a porn star.
Every woman under 50 in this film is a porn star.
So there's only one over 50.
Exposition. What kind of exposition? Tits out exposition. Lexi Bell murders a senator for betraying the Katanas. Samurai Cop had love scenes, and they're in daylight, and they're mostly clothed. This one kicks off with a porn actress fucking in the dark. Like, that is a massive difference.
Setting the scene.
It's so seedy. The lighting choice in this is like dark, harsh, high contrast, and lit by coloured bulbs. It makes everyone's skin look oily and contradicts the tone of the film. It's written and acted to be a light-hearted, tongue-in-cheek, low-budget action film. But, like, this isn't Blade Runner, you know?
It most certainly is not.
You know, this is just campy action fun, you know?
Question, did they ever state where this scene was like happening? Because it looks like something out of Alien or Red Dwarf or something.
But I thought this was a sci-fi movie.
So did I.
I thought they were on a spaceship.
The director, he was asked point blank, where does this complex,
Really?
where is it? And he's like, it's not in this dimension. No one can say for sure. It's like, that does not, because like they fly to LA, you know, they're in the cockpit
Yeah.
going towards the city. This film is so difficult to keep tabs on.
It's all over the place.
So like I had to rewatch it and then restructure my notes to make sense of it.
I was hoping you would do that. I'm hoping you're going to explain what happens in this movie.
Like I can't go scene by scene because there are 50,000 scenes here and they're all rammed with exposition.
Pretty much.
I have watched your dinosaurs operating under your sickly inferior human instincts.
It's faction warfare. No Bariquas, but there are two main rival gangs. The Katanas, glasses from the first film, Bai Ling, and porn actresses. And the Shinjukus, which is Tommy Wiseau's crew, mostly white American dudes who work in film production in LA. Bai Ling continues the kill streak and takes out more Shinjukus with her horrific acting.
Oh.
Did you see her in the club? She's like, oh, I got you now. Ha 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 ha. Jesus.
Especially when giving away the plot. Like, her English is not amazing, so it's very difficult to figure out what the hell is going on.
Let's wake up and pray!
The katana has risen! Surrender to the katana!
Did you like the schoolgirls fighting with the Halloween store wigs?
Are you not meant to be an ancient Yakuza gang, masters in the art of using the sword? No, we're just fake-titted blonde bimbos in cheap wigs and schoolgirl outfits.
But they got the floating ball as well.
What was that?
Yeah.
Ooh, the phantasm ball.
The fucking Luke blocking the lasers in episode 4.
I don't know what it does. What's it supposed to do?
It's supposed to be like a guillotine that has razors, but they just didn't have the money to animate it.
But they still left it in.
Yeah.
They were like, this is way too awesome to take out, guys. Look at this.
Ball on a string.
Fucking hell.
Oh, the master of the Shinjukus is dead. The Katanas leave gold medallions at the crime scene and decide to celebrate with a lesbian threesome because that's what porn actresses do. There's no love making here. It's all fucking, you know, it's all meat grinder stuff. Where's the room and where's the R&B music?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I will. In a real piece of shit bunker set, Have a look. Oh my god, the state of it. This is just someone's shed. Frank tracks these medallions to Yatsuhiro Morikawa, a pseudonym for our boy Joe Marshall. The reunion is cut short by a surprise ninja attack. Afterwards, Joe agrees to help Frank end the gang wars if he'll help uncover Jennifer's murder. Why didn't he help 25 years ago? He wouldn't pick up Internal Affairs file off a desk, as he does things by the book. The Black Book. The lads fly back to LA. The steward is the Costa Rican waiter from the first film. Do you see Joselito? He closes his clip-on shades just so he can open them.
Oh, yeah.
What a showman. Both rival gangs are aboard the plane, so there's a big schmoz.
Follow my plan. The time is now.
Hilarious. Like this little farty pyro going off in the background. Then a massive fucking shootout and a massive battle. And then you just go to like B-roll of a plane. And also, after the shootout, the 3 girls run off, but they're still up in the air.
There's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to hide. He could have found them and ended this movie 20 minutes in.
Are they in the jacks? It's like, no.
3 of them in the jack. Sorry, busy. Fuck off.
We knew this day would come. He has returned.
We are Shinjuku. You are the power of universe. Father, I hope you will not be disappointed.
Finally, it's Tommy Wiseau! Knocking it out of the park. He executes a guy who's already killing himself. And Tommy's like, ah! And shows us why he's the whole fucking show. He smashes up the calf, the Room style.
Way better than The Room. Like, he actually looks angry in the room. He's just like wandering around the room going, ugh. When this, he's actually fucking shit around. So I'm like, you are acting better, Tommy. Good man.
From a baseline of what?
Flatline.
He's mourning the Master's death as the Master herself sits in a
She's
chair
right there
beside him.
Yeah.
Couple of things. Why a female Master? George Lazenby had to pull out due to ill health, so she just stepped in.
Bond,
yeah.
Wow.
The director explains it as a reference to the French thriller The Outside Man, where a corpse is embalmed in a seated position.
Yeah, this is like the most self-referential movie ever. Every scene has like a cheeky little reference.
For the Smashy, director Hatanaka said it was Tommy's forte. Here's what you can break. Here's what you can't break.
Oh,
Have at it.
Awesome. Why would you leave anything in the set that he could break? Just fill it full of cheap shit and go, knock yourself out, buddy. Just don't touch the cameras.
Frank stakes out the gang HQ across the street. They didn't have a shot of the gang members meeting. Splicey footage from the first film.
Oh,
Do you see
God.
there was like a green shot in the binoculars?
Oh, yeah.
And that's from the first film. You see Robert Zadar's there, like, yeah.
I thought that was like a flashback or something, no?
So did I.
Oh, right.
So no, it's much worse.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, God.
I didn't want to bring it up. There's a third gang, the Ginzas. One Kickstarter dude, he's travelled from Japan. They just have a green screen background of Japan.
And he's like walking
on the spot.
He's supposed to be walking from Japan to LA. Oh, there's another Kickstarter patron inside with the Ginzas. He's the guy that offers, hey, do you want a kale?
Oh, a kale chip?
Yeah. Bai Ling, when she's chatting to Joe, she has a new outfit on, and her earrings, she cut it from one of those party bags, like the Favors. She's wearing cardboard earrings. It's a little bent at the side.
She also has like horrific hair. It's like someone got out the elbow.
The Ginzas have a Benny Hill fast forward fight. It's one and done for the Ginzas. They're wiped out.
They were jobbed the fuck out. You know, you can see the poor guy that paid money and he's just like... so
But he's
bad.
happy.
In the end, Frank busts in with the lads. The whole ruckus is all sorted. Everyone's quiet. He's like, bang.
It's just like gangland assassinations when he comes in. Just right in your fucking... It's amazing.
Cut to Joe making eggs and bacon with Melina, the girl he met on the exploded plane. Oh, did you see the background in Joe's place? There's a lion head.
Really?
Yeah. A nod to the scene-stealing lion head in the first film. Melina is porn actress Caden Cross, who also plays dead ex-girlfriend Jennifer in the flashbacks. So this is the B-plot of the film, where Joe's conflicted loving a girl who looks identical to his old girlfriend because she is identical to his old girlfriend, but in a wig.
It's very... Have you seen the movie Vertigo?
Oh, very good. That's actually what he was going for.
Oh.
Well, that's what he backtracks and says he was going for. She's evil, you see, as she slips Joe hallucinogens. And these hallucinations come in the form of waking dreams and weird TV skits he watches. So we're seeing kind of his POV. There's one where he's alone and a guy takes down his pants. I was like, is Joe gonna crack one off? please keep it away from me.
I really wish that us as the viewers had have known this, because this shit had been going on for like a while during this movie. Just random trippy scenes. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, so in Joe's 25 years where he went missing, was he like an actor or something? You know, it's like, is he watching some of his old TV shows?
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue. And then also finding out that she was giving him drugs, it makes his like crazy facials make sense, because there were scenes where he'd just get these fucking mong eyes and he'd just be like...
They do an amazing bit where the director just says, we need some B-roll of you laughing. And he's like, I will act the shit out of this laughing. The lads from 80s Picture House, they actually filmed one of the skits. There's like a barmaid and she's like, Tina, the lucky beaver.
Yeah, that was good, actually. That was my favourite bit of the movie.
Hello, Tina, the happy beaver.
Hey, Tom, hear that? There you go.
That's a sitcom I'd be willing to watch.
I've got Tom on the phone here. He's on about horses' names.
Big tits.
Oh, I say.
At the police station, we see what would have been Robert Zadar's henchmen's sons, the moles in the police force that would have taken Joe down. See, there's like two lads that just start shouting at each other. And then they start choking, and one of them's like...
His acting, the fucking Bob Euchre when Andre chokes him and he just goes...
Sadly, Robert Zadar's here. He passed away before they started shooting. Like
he only passed away recently, did he?
Yeah. He was signed on to with the film. Like he would have been the mini boss, you know.
Hold on a second. His neck was broken and he died.
He comes in, hey.
Fucking bobblehead.
You see in the background, fucking Ricky shows up. It's like some lad in sweats and track pants. Like, you're supposed to be a police officer? We also see Captain Joe Estevez, the chief, as the original chief passed away, who looks into the camera while delivering his lines.
Knock it off! Knock it off, you imbecilic clowns!
Madness. This is madness.
The captain suspends Frank and announces that the FBI have taken over, headed by Shinjuku's Cutter. Samurai Cop is offered an already poured glass of wine. She's just so sussy. And he's like, drink this. Joe declines, but is still feeling drugged, and with the cops now corrupt, fights them off and jogs away. Did you see this? He does the wrestler thing. Or, you know, when wrestlers run through the curtain, but before they get through the curtain, they just slow down and start walking because they think they're out of shot. He does this as well. He starts jogging away, and then he just stops jogging. Disillusioned and dejected, Joe and Frank grab a drink to gather their thoughts, but it's a katana ninja sneak attack. His name is Joe Marshall. F you to a ninja through a table.
It was nice.
Very awesome.
Sorry, wrong number.
And right hooks a porn actress out cold. The acting for that woman is like, you have bested my ninjas, now you will die at my hand. It's like, oh.
The fucking scripting, this is like Suicide Squad level of writing.
What do you say? I'm beautiful. Get out.
Do you have booty teeth?
I haven't even seen it and I already love it.
You will love this movie. You're such a cunt.
Joe's old friend Lucky tells us Caden's a heel as she's been seen at an off-limits katana compound called The Complex. So that's where he'll go to wreak his deadly vengeance. He's warned and pre-warned how dangerous it is by the one-armed goon, which Samurai Cop himself cut off.
Oh, it's amazing. He's meant to have like a fucking fake arm. They just throw on a rubber glove. And you can see it all wrinkled and shit.
He says losing an arm gave him a new life. He bequeaths a map and gold key coin for entry to the complex. At the end of it, he salutes Samurai Cop, and he's supposed to obviously lift his fake arm, but he just goes like this. Lifts his own arm.
Couldn't do a retake.
Training montage between the top two samurai, Joe Marshall and Tommy Wiseau. Joe sees a vision of Baldy, aka Okamura, who was killed off in the first film, and Tommy's personal trainer dances for him.
Think about Tommy swinging a sword in training. I hope it wasn't a real sword. Like, would you trust Tommy Wiseau with a real sword?
I think it actually would be a real sword because they would have got it off Okamura, because he actually has all of this stuff. And that's why the fight scenes in Samurai Cop 1 is that they're real swords, so they have to go slow or they'll cut each other.
Yeah,
you know?
and then just speed it up.
With both warriors ready, it's time to storm the gate. Act 3, music montage. There are 7 stages of hell, 7 fight scenes. Are you ready to enter hell? Joe murders the gatekeeper in front of a shitty green screen.
It's a green screen in the woods.
Yeah.
Is this building bunker thing in the woods?
It is not anywhere near the woods. Successfully inside Red Dwarf, the film goes into horde mode as Joe fights off waves of baddies. Ninjas first, we get a Zeus neck snap and a Wesker curb stomp.
Nice. Yeah, with the blood pissing up after the curb stomp. Yeah, curb.
Then Shane Ryan, who is the worst thing about this film.
The saga, the room, the Samurai Cop saga. Can you think of anything you hated more?
No, this was instant mega heat.
I can't think of many things I've hated more in my 32 years of life, Steve. I fucking wanted this guy to die. It was shrill. It was like
Yes.
nails down a blackboard.
It's the Bobcat Goldthwait, isn't it?
Nice bike! William with the batteries!
This lad, Shane Ryan, he shouts in fucking gibberish. It's awful. What happened is the actor demanded to speak in Japanese, and the director said, "Oh, okay," and gave him a script. And when it came time to film it, he said, "Oh, I can't do it." And he wouldn't do it in English either. So the director just said, "Oh, just do something."
For fuck's sake.
And I present to you something.
So it's not a language.
No, he just goes, Jack Tunney. He speaks nothing. Like, yeah.
Wow.
Bollocks. But not the good bollocks.
If you
Not
ask,
the WCW bollocks.
Fight 4 is with Mac from Always Sunny. Did you see? He's dressed as the Nightman from Charlie's Musical.
You gotta pay the troll toll. If you want to get into that boy's hole, you gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
The Shinjukus have this big spiel towards Samurai Cop, but they're taken out by a cop on the inside. There's this guy, just a dude in a trench coat, and he's like, "Remember Mola Ra?"
Remember Mola.
He shoots a guy. And then kind of backs out the screen. And he does the C64 video game thing where if he's out of vision, he doesn't exist. So they turn their attention away. So he just comes back in and shoots him.
Oh, yeah.
Level 5 are the Katanas. A porn actress, her emo friend, who won't take off her spectacles to fight, and she can't fucking run. Like, she runs at Joe and she's like, "Phoebe?"
Come on, let's start running. Let's go.
Ooh, next up is Glasses, aka Fujiyama.
AKA Eddie Guerrero.
Who are you? Yes, the director noted the cheap death of Fujiyama. Samurai Cop quickly throws a shuriken in his chest and then moves on.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he could have survived if they make a sequel, you know? So I think it was intentional.
What was with the music that was playing in this battle? It was like a fucking love song.
And that happened constantly throughout this movie. Thanks for the moments we have together.
I will find the song and splice it in.
Thanks for the moments we had together.
Dating game over.
The penultimate fight is with mini-boss Bai Ling, who inexplicably suddenly has her own hallucinations of heel Samurai Joe banging her.
What was with this? She
It's
was like, "Joe, I fucking love you.
Yeah.
Want to have your babies." In a more Asian accent.
Well, no, I'd say it's more daydreaming. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
It's more
here.
wanting.
Yeah, want. Yeah.
It's what I want.
It's what I want. Give me a minute. They clash, but she runs into Joe's sword. Heels have to die by their own doing, you see. And purple CG blood just gushes out of her.
What was this?
Yeah. This was like blood coming out like a horse pissing. It was. That's the way it happens.
It's quite fountainous. Joe's backup finally arrives. It's Frank and the oldest actress they could find, Gail, aka Lauren Landon from Maniac Cop.
There was also a Maniac Cop reference earlier in the movie.
There's a lot of maniac cops running around LA.
Nice.
There was a shot of Robert Zedar on one of the monitors.
I did notice that.
This woman, she looks wrong. Like,
well, she did very well in Spitting Image. I thought she was pretty good. No, she's gotten work done, like, and it's
like it's wrong. It's gone wrong.
Yeah. This is early plastic surgery kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Can you not just age naturally? No.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
There's a bird beside Tommy Wiseau, and he's X-pocking with the sword, and there's another bird just going.
X-pocking. The brand new verb.
Frank and Gail's action scene comprises of swiping her sword at nothing. She just says this. And Frank fires his gun at nothing.
Yes, and kills somebody.
It's amazing. You can see Frank, he turns his head, he's wearing earplugs.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's 6 fights down, with 2 samurais and 1 fight left. 1 villain, 1 hero, which means it's time for our main event. It's a samurai showdown. It's Joe Musashi's. No, Joe Marshall. Joe Musashi. Musashi is a shinobi. It's Joe Marshall versus Great Guy Johnny. It's Samurai Cop versus The Room. And there's a lion head in the background as well.
And somehow Tommy has managed to get himself a fucking gun. He's a samurai.
Tommy shows everyone how it's done as he shouts his monologue, stressing all the wrong words in a sentence, as only Wiseau can do.
This is my destiny, Joe! This is my birthright!
The director did not rehearse with Tommy Wiseau. He just shouted lines out at him on set for him to repeat, which is why there's constant cuts to Joe. He said Tommy just misheard and flubbed his lines, but they just left it in.
Yes!
Was one of the lines, "I will piss on your eyes, I will throw a cunt on you"? I'm telling, that's what it sounded like.
There is no room, Joe. This is my birthright. Steve, can you read out that line actually?
Ever since I burned, I earned, not burned, but born, Joe.
Ever since I burn, I earn it, not burn, but born, Joe!
Fucking hell. This guy is the best. He needs to be in every movie.
Yeah.
Schindler's List. Tommy was so in the corner.
They slowly poke and clash swords, and Tommy Wiseau just acts more in this scene than everyone's acting put together. It's a 10. Tommy is fatally stabbed in the chest, bleeding out literal red CG fireworks. Tommy admits as a teenager his initiation into the Shinjuku was murdering someone, a beautiful girl, Jennifer. So her death is avenged. Wait, hang on. Tommy was a teenager in 1991. He's aged poorly. But what about the B plot? What about Caden Cross? She reveals, well, her tits, and herself to be Tommy's sister, and manipulated Joe into killing the katanas and bringing peace to the Shinjukus.
So she was from the Shinjuku then?
Mm-hmm. She literally shoves off Joe, like she pushes him away. He just kind of says, okay, and leaves. Yeah. To end this powerhouse scene, she starts wearing the face off Brother Wiseau.
What's that all about? That's creepy as fuck.
You gotta finish on a high note.
Yeah, no.
Tommy's like, I'm wearing the face off someone. It's not gonna be Samurai Cop for you. We get a hero shot of a confused Joe, and we're out.
What a fucking ending, like. It's all wrapped up in a neat bow. Yeah.
Ooh, and then we get credits roll showing all the actors and actresses in the film, which I think is nice.
But then, yeah, after credits scene, jumping on the fucking Marvel bandwagon.
Oh, yeah.
That is the kindest.
This is the samurai extended universe that they're building. Like, oh, yeah.
They show kind of just what happens after they leave the complex, and the Costa Rican waiter and his boom mic show up. It's just a massive boom mic. Oh, come on, man. After credits, we get one take hair and face shot of Lexi Bell laughing and swearing revenge on Joe as the Samurai Cop sting bombards us until it's cut. That was awesome. Because they only have the one sting. It's like, and they just go. It's
not over, Joe Marshall!
Steve, you look like you have something to say.
Do you? Yes, I certainly do. I always talk about Date Movie being the worst movie I've ever seen.
You do?
Yes.
You do?
And like I would say...
Consistent if nothing else.
Yes. This is now the worst movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yep.
Congratulations.
I'm reviewing the worst movie I've ever seen. It's replaced Date Movie. It's in on the joke. That makes it worse. It's a complete mess. I kind of understand maybe now what's going on, but still I shouldn't need to have my friends watching it multiple times and explaining it to me. It's not Donnie Darko, like, do you know what I mean? I should get this movie immediately. Obviously acting was terrible, writing was terrible, editing was terrible, cinematography was terrible, Steve, and it's a new low.
Put that on the Blu-ray cover.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Steve. There's no doubting that Samurai Cop is a stanky movie. Bad acting, writing, sped up action scenes. But Samurai Cop 2 outdoes it in every facet. This movie is not so bad that it's good. Took me nearly 3.5 hours to make it through this movie. I had to pause it every 20 minutes and go for like a walk.
Clear your head.
This actually is the worst movie I've ever seen. Do not watch this movie to anyone. This is not worth watching with friends, with beers, without. This is just awful, awful, awful. Hated it.
It's pretty incredible what they did for 62 grand.
That is amazing. It looks like $100,000 movie.
I would have said at least 65.
It's like, where did they save money? Director Greg Hatanaka, the founder of Cinema Epoch and distributor of the original. He's a director. He also did the editing, also some special effects, and he sorted the music. So he is this film. I have to say this was much better watching second time around with the director's commentary, because he's trying to explain what he had in his mind, but none of that got onto the screen, you know. The editing, really choppy. Scenes are very short, but they're overstuffed with exposition that is unnecessary. Obviously, porn actresses look and act like they're in porn. I thought that was awful, really sleazy. It didn't work for the XFL. It didn't work here.
Should have learned that lesson.
The worst offender is how they shot the film. It's in the dark with harsh coloured bulbs to make everything look seedy and sickly. Good things though, some of the references were fun. Matthew Caritas, his acting definitely improved from the first film.
Definitely.
Like
Frank as well.
Yeah. And Mark Fraser, he's very likeable as well. Tommy Wiseau, he absolutely brought it. A powerhouse performance. Just shouting over and over, acting like only he can do.
Spewing bollocks, I believe, is the correct term.
He was only in a few scenes, and he knocked it out of the park. Those were all 10 on 10 scenes. Overall, I'd actually recommend seeing it in the cinema, like as part of a festival. Otherwise, it'll be just excruciating. If you like this kind of thing and you want to see them make more of this stuff, we're not affiliated with Cinema Epoch or Samurai Cop or whatever. But if you like this stuff, go buy their DVD or Blu-ray, or just buy the first one on DVD. The lesson for this film is the fact that it got made is an accomplishment.
Yeah,
and that's the bar, and anything above it is a bonus.
There is no bonus.
Jay, I'm not doing another one. Like, they're setting this up for a fucking Samurai Cop 3. I don't think I can do it.
We'll be 55 by the time that comes out. It'll be grand.
We'll be all heads in a jar at that stage. So that does it for our Brucey bonus special, folks. On the books.
In the pocket.
Out of sight.
Oh, remember you can watch some exclusive videos and get some neat swag at NoggerU.oswreview.com. Remember, you can catch all of our episodes free of charge on an IMAX flavored 4:3 full screen at oswreview.com. So it's a goodbye from OSE.
Goodbye.
That'd be one.
Take a boo.
And myself, Jay Hunter. Remember, a winner is you. Excellent work, lads. Excellent work.
What a movie.